Hey, y'all. How is everyone on this lovely Tuesday? What is everybody up to and what's going on? I know I need to start coming back more often. Hey, sis Katrina. I need to come back more often. It's just life been life. Ooh, what colors? And how big is the blanket? You definitely got to show. I couldn't get the word out. Ooh, Jesus, 5 skeins. That's a lot. Ooh, Jesus. So the last time I made anything that big was for my son. Don't ask me how many yards was in it. And I made it in the colors white and black. And I think I used I think it was the 1 pounders of the mainstay yarn. And I used 6 of them, 3 of each color. And I was like, Jesus, I ain't doing this for a while. And I was like, don't ask me to make you another blanket until you graduate high school. And I was like, I ain't doing that again. Unless he really asked me. But it better be some years before. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't have an issue with making blankets, but like baby blankets is one thing, but blankets that big, it's gonna be a killer. And I was like, and I'm like, and I'm like, boy, you lucky I like you to do something like this. But if it was left up to me, I wouldn't be doing nothing. I honestly don't know what I'm making for dinner tonight. What I want is going to take forever to cook. And I'm like, do I really want to make it? But, and plus, I didn't take nothing out either. So, I do know that I got some stuff in the fridge from a couple days ago that I know I can heat up. So I think that's a 10 out of 10. That's what I'm going to wind up eating. Some leftovers from like 2 nights ago. And that's probably about it. Nothing too fancy, nothing too like gracious. It's just like it's just been super cold here. It's like between the like with the weather, it's just like it's either too cold or too hot to cook anything. And right now, I think it's like 4 degrees right now. Because I know when I left my house, it was like -3 when I left. Hey Zach, how are you? What's been going on with you? I haven't seen or talked to you in a long time. Excuse me. Right now, I'm sitting here just cutting my ends off right now. And I'll show y'all in a minute what I'm making. What I technically just got done finished. Because I wound up making a bag. Because last year, sometime around January and February, I made a whole bunch of granny squares. And they was just sitting there collecting dust. So I didn't know what to do with them. So I started using them, decided to make a bag out of some of them. Good, Zach. I'm glad that you're feeling better. I know how it feels to be sick. Uh, Back in October, I was so sick that I couldn't even breathe. That's how bad it was. Like I was out of work for about like 4 days behind that. And I was like, I couldn't wait until I got better. Hey, Kelly. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, I had to hear my language. So I wound up making this bag out of the leftover granny squares I had. Is it two, four, six, 7 squares? I will probably do another one in a different color with the squares I got. But I'll probably start that a little bit later. But the question is, give me 1 second and I'm debating on which color I should use next. I'm here. I just had to go pick it up. It's either this teal blue or I think this is teal blue or baby blue, one of the two. Or this green. I can't remember the colorway when I made it. I honestly can't remember. I do know it's Big Twist. I do know that much. But I don't know if. I, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think I do. I'm And it's light blue. I think I got the colorway. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I do. I'll do with that one. And now I have to. I had opened this so I can. Where? I just had it. Oh, it's right there. To do a better version of it, since I'm standing back, and the openings are like right here. And it only took 7 squares. Well, I do know I have to take this one up here, since I had to use this to sew that up. And I'll just put it with the rest of my stash that I got over there. As far as but I'm just gonna keep this one by itself, because it's like I still want to use it for something, but I don't know what yet. Because I know at the time when I made these squares, I think I made like 50 of them at the time, and I did have some more of these blue ones here, but I wanted to use them 4 of them for a different bag, and I got that one downstairs because I've been using it. So 10 out of 10, I'll make another bag with that. But something like that shade of green, I don't have that shade of green anymore. So I'm still debating on like the scores is slightly darker than the actual uh yarn. So I don't know if I want to use this one for to do this bag and to do the straps. So I'm trying to get something like close to it. And this is the closest one I have to do the straps and the actual and sew it together. The sewing part, I'm not really worried about where people's going to see it unless they're like looking in. But as far as the straps, that's what I'm really mainly concerned. Is this the closest color to this type of blue? Thank you, Katrina, and hey, Lydia. Um, the will this work with this type of blue? Because I know it's 2 different shades of blue. Because the squares is the I know it's big twist, but I cannot remember the shape. The colorway of this type of blue, and I no longer have this color anymore. So I'm trying to find something in my stash that goes close to it, and this is the closest one. Because this one is called Minty. So if it's two different shades of blue, it's okay. But as far as the green, I could use a different green, like a darker one or a light one, but and thanks, Katrina. Because I really need to stock up back up on my stash. Because I'm kind of looking kind of empty over there. Because, oh, I was cleaning my TV sitting in front of my stash at the bottom, but I was cleaning off my TV stand earlier. So I had to move my TV down on the floor, my TV on the floor temporarily, but there's yarn underneath, empty shells underneath there. So between this one here and the small one over there, I got more yarn, more yarn on the small one, but my big one is looking kind of empty. I know. I haven't bought any yarn all the course of 2025, except, no, 2024, except twice because I needed it. Once was for my husband's sweater, and the second time I bought yarn was for a project that I was going to start, but I never did it. All the course of 2024, I haven't really bought yarn for those two, other than those two times. Yeah, girl, I haven't bought anything all the course of 2024. Nothing. And like the yarn I bought the second time, I was supposed to start my husband's Afghan, bought the yarn and never started. And I was supposed to start that back in November. And like I said the first time, I thought that I had enough in a certain color, but I didn't. And I had to buy like three more of it in order to make my husband's sweater. And I'm like, I swear I thought I was going to have enough, but I only had three, but I technically needed two and a half. So now the yarn, I still have a ball of it, is right here, of what I used for my husband's sweater. When I bought this one and the other two, I bought I wanted altogether I bought three more for my husband's sweater, but only used a ball and a half of the extra three I bought. So three, four, technically four and a half, because I already had three in my stash already. So I need the other one and a half to finish it. And it's called, I ain't gonna try to pronounce it, so I will show y'all. Oh, girl, why? I'm sorry, Lydia. Why you get rid of it all? You could have donated some of that to me. And I remember that you had all that yarn like in the background. I remember a couple times you had some downstairs in the living room. And I was like, wow. Whew. And I was like, Jesus, hallelujah. But 10 out of 10, I'll probably. But I do know I gotta kick up my. I still got 3 skeins of Christmas yarn from like 4 years ago. Because when I bought the Christmas yarn all together, I think I bought. I know it was like more than 6 when I bought it. Could have been more than 10. I probably don't know because it's been so long that I had bought it, and I did use up most of it when I was like making Christmas, like little tiny Christmas ornaments and like random stuff with it because it was Christmas. And now I'm down to my last 3. Oh, and I also gave like one away to my neighbor. So now I'm down to my last 3, and they just been sitting on my shelf for about like what 2, 3, maybe 4 years now. True. I don't blame you on that one. Because I'm going to do the same thing this year too, where I'm only buying for the whole year and only buying if I need it for a certain project. And I don't blame you on that one. Because I know I'm low on a lot of my ombres, because that's what I mainly use the most is my ombres. Um, some of my solid colors, I do know I need to restock up on. I do know I got is that there's certain rings that I need. I know I have to take when I go to the store. I have to take a picture of it. I think I got every. I'm good on red. I'm good on blues. I'm good on blues. The only thing I'm really worried about is the different shades of blue, because I mainly have like dark blues and navy blues and regular blues. It's mainly the light blues I do know I need. Um, I do know I need to stock up on I hate to say this, but I really need to stock up on pink again because Valentine's Day is like right around the corner, and I don't really like pink, but I keep it because for a while I didn't buy any pink at all for like a year and a half. Last year was the first time I bought pink for like almost 2 years because like I'm going to say about 2 years, 2.5 years ago, I wound up making this all pink baby blanket. Not baby blanket, but the all pink king size blanket in different shades of pink. Any shade of pink that you could think of, I had and made a blanket out of it. And I made it in different squares. Altogether, there was two, 12, 12 granny squares. And I wound up sewing each and every single one of them together and using white as a border. And I was like, I didn't want to see pink for a long time. I'm going to definitely have to look into that. This water tastes so good. Like even though it's freezing outside, this cold water makes it's like so tasty. But some of the yarns that I know, as far as I know of, that I ain't gonna be using no time soon, I'm going to just wind up caking them up and just sitting on there. They just like collecting dust. So I know I have to cake up my Christmas yarn, all the last 3 of them, anyways. And I know I probably ain't gonna bring those out until I want to do something with them because there's only three left. So, and I'm probably gonna do the same thing to this. Um, I see one, two, three, four of these that I'm just gonna cake them and just sit to a side until I can find a purpose for them. Oh, and those on top of this, this is about like the last of my ogos I have. Because remember when the ogos first came out, I was buying ogos like crazy. And when I sat here and counted my ogos one day a while back ago, I wound up having like almost 40 ogos. And now I think I have one, two, five, six, seven, eight, nine left. I've just been trying to get rid of them. Some of them I use for like blankets. Some I just use for like hats. Some the one I use for a shawl that I made cousins, my cousin's friend's aunt. I wanted to work in one like two of those up into a shawl. And now I got these little bit left, and I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with them because I know it's the middle of winter, but by the time I work all that up, by the time I do, winter will be over. So I'm going to probably start thinking of what I'm going to do with them for next winter. Or I probably will just go ahead and cake those up too and stick them right back up there on the shelf so I can have room. Like I do know when I do rearrange my shelving, I do have to bring what I have over here to over here. I do know that much. Because right now I have a little bit of red heart over there that I do have to bring to over to this big shelf. And I'm just going to use that shelf for when I go to Hobby Lobby to get the I love this yarn. Oh yes. And like there was like the all in one granny square yarns at the time. So big and everybody wanted it and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna go hop on this bandwagon too. And over time, it was just like within a matter of a month, I was just like grabbing at least like two, three here in a different colors, two, three, maybe four here in a different color. And like now at the time I had like one in each and every single color and I'm like, oh my God. Mm, I don't mess with those. Like like when the Granny Square one version came out, I went out and bought one ball of it, right? Regular price. I didn't like how like they was turning out, and then you have to sit here and play hook chicken to figure out what size gauge you need in order for um to get it accurate. I was like, nope, didn't do it. So what I did with those, I do like the colors because the colors are really beautiful. I started making hats and blankets out of them. I refuse to do anything with that because of some fact that I'm not playing hook chicken just to get the squares to turn out right. I'm not doing it. Yes, because I know this is one of the granny square yarns, the all in one granny square yarn. This is I made a hat out of it. I wasn't playing hoop chicken with that yarn to figure out what size I needed and don't need, and I'm good. Like, but the colors are very very pretty though. I will say that much. I love the colors. That's the only reason why I got them, because I was attracted to the colors. Everybody's different. That's all I'm saying. But me personally, that's what I did. hmm And I was like, everybody's different. People use them for the actual squares. Me, I turn it into a hat. Baby blanket is just your personal preference of what you want to do with it. Hold on. I'm turning. Give me a second. My son came in, and it was just like I wanted to. I think it was the blue, pink, something. Don't give me a line, but I think it was the ones with the white, blues, and purple. I can't remember the name of that one, but I remember the color specifically was like blue, purple, pink, white, but they was all like light colors. And I wound up turning that one into like it wasn't like a baby blanket, but it was a taller blanket because I wound up using two of those to turn into a taller blanket, and it turned out so pretty too. And like I wound up doing same thing with that a white border when I was done, and I was like, cool. Yes, that's one thing I can say about them. About them, they did come out with some pretty colors, and now I don't got no more because I used them all, and now I'm kind of looking kind of crazy with my shelving, and I was like, why not? No, but I do know I do have to go to my local Walmart because they're having a sale at mine in their yarn department of yarn from Mandalas, cotton, Red Heart Super Saver, all that right now. But the only thing I don't like about my local Walmart, they sell everything crochet related but stitch markers. I was like, what the heck? And now I have to go somewhere else to get stitch markers. And I'm like, really? They sell like everything, crochet hooks, yarn, all that. But when you need stitch markers, I'm like, really? Yeah. Like mine's like they have like a whole row of yarn. Like the middle, I know the one out by It's like from my house to that Walmart is like by car without traffic. It's about a 45-minute drive without traffic, and with traffic, it's like an hour and a half. And I was over there a couple months ago, and they only have like one in shelf of yarn, and the only colors that I seen, and I remind you, I went back there 4 times in a 2 month time period. The first time, the only thing they had was black and purple. Second time I went, they had white and some crappy sulfur something fluffy yarn or whatever. I don't even remember the brand of the name. That's how bad it is. Because it like really, when I picked it up to touch it, it felt like it was poking me in my hands. And then the third time I went, they didn't have nothing besides crochet hooks and certain magazines on the shelf. The fourth time I went, it was just like, I don't know what this is. Yeah. So now, like, and where I work at, it was just, like where I work at, I work like not even 2, 3 blocks away from Joanne's. And like where I live at by car is like not even 5 minutes. But if I'm at work, I literally like cut across the parking lot and it's like right there. So I just normally go to Joanne's for pretty much all my yarn stuff. Or sometimes if I'm feeling lazy, I'll order it. But for like if I need like new hooks or stitch markers or something like that, I'll just go to Joanne's and then see what they also have on sale too. But it was just like, and then on top of that, I don't know if my local Joanne's is closed or not because of what everything's going on. Because if they do, I'm gonna be so upset. mm, like it's like right there. It's like not even a 2 minute walk from my job. Because I go out the back way of my job, like because the way the parking lot is connected to the back of Joanne's, I can literally go out the back of my job and caddy corner and then turn a bend to get to Joanne's. Like it's like right there. I can literally walk to it from my job. And then there's another one about 15, 20 minutes away from my house, but that one has more. It's like, it's the size of Walmart. Like literally the size of Walmart. Like they literally dedicated one whole section of this floor at the other one with nothing but yarn. Oh wow. Because I know a lot of them's been closing. So is the so far like where I live at, none of them has closed yet. So I do know all three. All three of them is still open as far as I know of. The one by my house, the one that's about 15, 20 minutes away from my house, and the third one is about like an hour away from my house. So as far as I know of, it's like they're all um open as far as I know of. But I will be finding out in next week when I go up there to restock everything for the year 2025. So, and I'll let y'all know when I go up there if they're open or closed. But I do know that they are having major sales going on right now, online and in store, as far as I know of. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here because I do have to find something to eat and find something for dinner. Like I said, I don't know if we're having leftovers or if I'm doing something quick and easy. So I will see everyone later. Peace, love, and happiness, y'all. Talk to everyone later in the YouTube streets.